Hello. To add a new farm field in your account, let's go to Administration, go down to Companies. Here we can see all our companies we currently have in our account. Currently I have only one. And by the way, company is a farm. And currently I have Deer Valley. And to add a new property for that farm, just click on this plus button. Let's click on it. And that will take us to the map where we can add a new property. By the way, if that farm already has some fields saved, you'll see them here on a map. But I want to add this field next to that existing property. So I'll just select one of the drawing tools, outline the field, and click Add. So in a form, our company is selected. Here we'll need to give the property a name, so it's going to be DV02. And next, please do make sure that the acreage is the actual acreage for that field. That is very important because a lot of the calculations in AgNote are based on that acreage, like yields, irrigations, input costs, task costs. So that is very important that we have this area information correct. So in my case, that's going to be 38 acres. If you are tracking land costs for your fields, you can enter that here. Land cost can be any payment, sort of payment for that land per acre. I've seen some management companies tracking the management fee here. So for example, if I'm a management company and I'm charging $15 per acre, I would input that here. And of course here I would need to select that is per month. Next, just click Next. And here we can select the irrigation system. So this field has a flood irrigation. The date in use since, that could be useful if the irrigation system is either drip or pivot. That way you can mark when that irrigation system was installed. But for flood irrigation, it's not really that important. So I'll just leave the today's date and click Next. And the last step is where we can specify the current crop, what's planted in that field. So here we can select, it could be either followed, the field could be followed, it could have a permanent crop or row crop. So I will leave row crop, I will select beet, I'll select variety. By the way, if you don't see the variety or crop option on a list, just click on the Add to List button next to the drop downs and you can add your own option. Next we need to specify the plant rate and unit of measure, so 10 pounds per acre, and when it was planted. So this was planted early in a year, and click Save. And just like that, so our property outline was saved, the irrigation system, and the current crop was saved. And if I want to add the next field, just scoot over, and how about we add this field as well? Just outline. If you need to adjust the shape, you can simply click on the dot and reposition that dot. Let's just zoom in and zoom out a little bit. And also notice between the white dots in each corner, there's also like a little grayish dot in the middle. So if you click and drag on that dot, that'll create a new point. And again, there's a new one, a new point we can create. So let's just drag that in, and that's our shape. And click Add. Again, we need to give it the property or field name. So it's going to be DV03. We'll need to confirm the acreage. It's going to be 36 acres. And notice here, where a lot of the options will be remembered from the previous properties. So if this doesn't change, just click Next. Like for example, the land cost didn't change. The irrigation system is the same, so just click Next. And if the crop is the same, again, all these fields are filled in. The only thing that may change is the plant date. And if it does, then we change it and click Save. And our next beet field has been created. So the field, the irrigation system, and the crop information. Let's add a few more fields, and I will add them in a different location. So down here, I'll just zoom in a little bit. Again, I'll outline the field, click the Add button, and here I want to demonstrate that currently we got that one company in our account. Again, the company is the farm. But here we can also create a new farm if we want to, just by clicking on that Add to List button. And we'll just call it New Farm. Give the property a name. So it's going to be NF01. We'll just confirm that acreage is correct. The land cost stays the same. And this is going to be actually a permanent crop field. So it's going to be drip compensated. And I'll say it was in 18. Next. And here, since I mentioned it's going to be permanent crop, we'll select permanent crop. It's going to be almond. We need to specify the row spacing and plant spacing. Date is 18. And now we can also add the varieties which are planted in that field. So Monterey, rootstock Hanson, 100%, and almonds, for example, usually have multiple varieties in the same field. So we can click on this plus button to add another variety. And the other variety is going to be Mission with Hanson. So it's going to be 50-50% split. And if that would be different, we can adjust that here. But in this case, this is what's planted there currently. And click Save. And let's add just one more really quick. So this field, click Add. It's going to be NF02. All that, let's just make sure that acreage is correct. That is the same, that is the same. So the same almonds, the same spacing. We'll say that was actually a year before planted, earlier. And it's gonna be Kremsk, Hanson with Monterey, Hanson. And that's it. Another permanent crop field has been added. And if we go back into the account, just click back, notice that this permanent crops option now is available. Previously it wasn't there. And if we expand that, we'll see the almonds. And here are the 2 almond plantings for the new farm. And there you have it. That's how you would add properties or fields in your account. Thank you.